This is Mrs. Oliva, and I want to provide you with a quick tutorial on how to use the Destiny catalog. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is to type in the address that will take you to our Destiny page, which is destiny.wentzville.k12.mo.us. From here, you'll select Liberty High School, and you'll need to go to the top where it says Catalog. So click on that tab. And now you have the option to search a few different ways. I always recommend you search either by keyword, by title, or by author. So you would search by title if you knew the title of the book you were looking for, and by author if you knew the author's name. And I always recommend you type that name in with the author's last name, comma, first name. For today, I'm going to actually do a search for a keyword, the word summer. I'm so sad that summer's over and we have to go back to school and to work. And so I'm going to do a keyword search for summer and see what books are available. So the results here tell me that I have 198 different books within our library that relate to the topic or keyword of summer. And I can scroll through all 8 pages if I choose to. Now as we look at the results, you need to pay attention on the right-hand side to the fact that if there is a book marked 0 of 1 available, that tells you that the book is already checked out by someone else. So you wouldn't be able to actually find that book on the shelf today. You could ask me to put the book on hold, but otherwise you'd have to find something else. So as long as the book says 1 or 2 available, there's more than 0 copies, then you can check it out. So as you scroll down the list here, I want to draw your attention to what says call number. So all of these books, or I should say the first 2 books here, have call number. FICDAL is this first book's call number. So what I know from looking at the call number is the FIC tells me that's a fiction book. It's a make-believe story. The DAL is the first 3 letters of the author's last name. Now you'll notice this third book right here doesn't actually have a call number. If you see this little blue E symbol, that tells you that it's an electronic book, an e-book that you would have to check out through Overdrive, which we'll talk about in another tutorial. I do have some books that you would find in the nonfiction section on this list as well. So as we scroll down here, the book This One Summer is actually a graphic novel. And I know this is in the nonfiction section because the call number begins with numbers, 741.5. So just as a reminder, when you have a book with an FIC call number, it's fiction. If the call number starts with numbers, that tells you it's nonfiction. So you'd find those books in separate sections of the library. So I'm going to scroll back up to the top here because that second book in the list looked interesting to me, The Summer Prince. I know there's 2 copies available, so I'm going to click on the title, and that'll take me to a summary as well as more information about the book. So I can go ahead and read the summary if I choose to. If I look under the Explore feature, that gives me some additional keywords or tags that will tell me more about the book itself. And as I scroll even further, I can find out information about whether or not there is a reading level. Sometimes there are page numbers listed here as well, so I know that this book has 289 pages. So if you want to find out more about the book, simply click on its title and it should provide you with the information that you need. So let's say today I decide this book looks great. I'm going to go ahead and find this on the shelf. Well, how do I do that? The first thing you need to do is to write down or try to remember the call number of the book. So in this case, it's FICJOH. So what I'm going to need to do then is identify where the fiction section of the library is, and I'm going to need to look for the letter J. And the reason that is because all of our fiction books are organized by author's last name, and JOH, we noticed or we talked about before, those are the first 3 letters of the author's last name. So I'm going to go and look on the shelves for the sign, the blue sign that has the letter J. I'll look between the J and I'll look between the K, and my book, The Summer Prince, should be somewhere on the shelf. Kirsten's actually going to do that for us in our next video. So here's Kirsten, and she's going to show us how to find a book on the shelf. So right now she's looking at the catalog, and she is recording the call number for the book that we talked about earlier, The Summer Prince. So there's the call number, FICJOH. So she knows it's a fiction book, and she has to head to the fiction section of the library. So what she's going to do next is try to find the letter J, the sign that has that blue letter J, like this one right here that has H. And she's going to look for the book next to that sign. So there she finds the sign, and she notices the books on the first shelf don't have a call number that matches the one on her paper. So what she has to do is drop down to the shelf below, take a look at those call numbers, and there she finds the matching book, The Summer Prince. So now that she's found the book, she's ready to head over to the self-checkout station and check it out.